Good morning, everyone, and welcome to week number 6. This week, our focus is on neurology. So I want to take a few minutes and go over the course objectives for the week as well as your homework. So the first course objective we have is to determine how to do a pupil check on a patient. This will be very important, especially in neurology, as we know that pretty much everything in our bodies runs from our neurological system. So we'll have to know how to perform a pupil check, but also what is a normal and an abnormal reaction. Next, we want to discuss assisting with a neurological examination and identify the equipment used. Now, I did post a couple of procedure videos to help you with this, but know that the equipment you will need for this will be a reflex hammer, a pen light, as well as if the provider asks for a sensory check, you will need some sort of food or substance that the patient can smell or taste. Demonstrate effective communication with diverse populations. Now think about this in a whole sense. Even our room is very diverse with individuals, so we need to learn how to communicate with each and every individual person in our room, but also what that means for how we communicate with them differently or the same. Properly utilize the PDR, drug handbook, and other drug references to identify drug classifications, usual dosages, usual side effects, and contraindications. This will be needed when we start to discuss your course project for this week and when you talk about neurological disorders and what treats them. Develop the traits of a professional medical assistant, and think about these with our PATH assessment. You need to be professional. You need to have a good attitude. You need to have good time management. You need to have good hygiene. But you also need to make sure that you know how to communicate effectively and work as a team. And finally, the CMA exam preparation. Now this is a homework assignment, but if we do get time in class, we'll also be doing some in-class work with this. So now that we've discussed the course objectives, let's talk about your homework for this week. First and foremost, we do have an in-class activity. So while I am watching students with one-on-one skills, or even during their rooming procedures, I'm going to have the rest of you working on this in-class activity. It will be due at the end of class on Wednesday. It's not going to be a very difficult in-class assignment, but it will require some research. The topic is death and dying, and it is a 2-part assignment. I will explain this more in the class, and I will give you time in class to work on it. Next, we have your Module 6 discussion board. Please remember that with your discussion boards, you would need to read through the case scenario and then provide details on the medical assistant's professionalism, attitude, time management, and any hygiene issues. Remember, if you read through a scenario and a topic from PATH does not fit, then you simply need to state that in your work. Initial posts will be due on Tuesdays by midnight, and your initial post should be at least 100 words in length. Your reply post to a classmate will be due Saturday by midnight and should be at least 50 words in length. Next, we have your Mind Tap activities. And this week you have 3 chapters that you are working with, Chapter 5, 6, and 10. Each of those have an individual virtual lab to them. And then you'll have your Module 6 weekly test prep. We do also have another PATH assignment, and remember that you should be completing your Module 6 CMA prep assignment in MindTap before you do this PATH assessment, because there is a question on the PATH assessment that asks you how you did on your CMA prep this week, what areas it covered, and what you'll do to ensure your understanding of that topic in the future. You should not leave it blank. You should not put NA, you should do the MindTap assignment first and then fill out your path assessment. The path assessment is due Sunday by midnight. And last but not least, we do have your neurology course project, where you're going to be learning about a neurological disease and filling out that worksheet that is in the module discussion area, the general course questions. It does need to be a disease relating to neurology. So if you need help or you want to clarify that a disease does fall under a neurological condition, please reach out to me. Alright guys, that is what I have for you. Please make sure that you do come to class on Wednesday ready and prepared to learn about neurology. Bye everyone.